Guys, what have you done? This is all, you guys, this is the same thing everywhere where their seats are. Like in every spot I've been to in the last week have done the same thing. They've been adding these ground structures. They're all off the ground in X's and stuff, like it's part of their wallowing structure thing. But they're being added now. For the first time in the history of the world, these ground structures are like, they're expanding on known spots. Spots they know that I show you. Graves they know I call a grave. And I'm going to show you. Add on to that. You believe me? I told you. The girls in this are the best. There's great guys in this. Don't get me wrong. The guys that are involved are outstanding. But as far as the numbers go, it's the women. You cannot touch the intuitivity of a woman. Is that a word? You cannot touch it. It's like, the best way I can describe it is they're born with this motherly instinct. And it carries over, like in other things. And maybe not for every woman, but they, and some of them don't even realize it. That's why, like, your girlfriend will know you're cheating on her. Not that I have ever done that, but I've never cheated. Why would you? You gotta be an idiot. But if you were, she knows. Because it's a women's intuition. They're smart. They know us really well. And I really enjoy, I just want to say a big shout out to the girls that are involved with me in this, and even the ones I don't know. Without you guys, I don't know. Your special little cards you send me, or, Beverly and Susan, you guys sent me these amazing box gifts, and I got a massager, like, that massager is awesome, by the way. Yes, this is all. I'm losing it. Look at that. How do we get closer? Okay, so what we gotta do is start thinking a little bit more about, not about this. Don't think about the subject. Just let it come. But what moves can we make to try to create some sort of relationship with beings that seem to have unbelievable rules about that? And I don't think like it. I'm almost sure that's the grave. You guys can always tell a grave by this. They're the same exact system. It's a language. So when you learn how to read the language, you can start to learn what that is for. But there's so much with them, it's like impossible. You can only get like little things out of repetition. Yeah, here's the grave. And they're going to be watching me. Oh, are they watching me, you guys? Look at the disturbances coming out of the grave. 1 second. Now remember, I could show you a grave that's 3 feet long and tell you it's a grave. Well, doesn't look like one, that doesn't look long enough. What are you talking about? You don't know the first thing about the sizes of the beings here, okay? This is a grave, you guys. It's right there. It's all dirt from underground. They do the same thing, and there's seats all around it. I forget where I zoomed on him from. I had a bunch of people in here. I don't know if they like that. We got so much activity. Well, it was like 3 of us. I'm not leaving this grave. We got so much activity here, you guys. Not right at the grave, but like when we were up in here. It's amazing up there. See, it's active. It's all clean and active. Right there. Right there. There's 2, 3, 4. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4 footprints. You guys, that's a footprint. Ooh, he's not even that big. Look at the heel. All right, so that's the heel, those are the toes. Active, it's all active. Seat. Yeah, so I'm pointing out your seats, guys. That's what I call them. Ooh, there's a pile of poop in the middle of it. They didn't do that. It's cold, but it's like from tonight or yesterday or last night, maybe. I don't know what that's from. It could be them, but it's very rare they would poop on their own stuff. Remember, some of these guys can act like bears. Literally, if you see them running over there, you'll think it was a bear. It would look weird, but your brain would think nothing else because it's what you've been taught. You only think what they told you to think. Doesn't that piss you off? Not really you guys at this point, but if you're watching me, there was something special about you to begin with. I don't mean that because of me. I mean because you're outside the box already. You always were. You always had something, right? An inkling in your gut. You always knew there was more to this than what they told us. This world. What I do is nothing, guys, compared to what is you don't know. Okay? This is just the tip of the iceberg. There's an entire world that comes along with this. This is just where the evidence is, okay? There's many beings that don't need these, okay? They're the ones that take people, not these guys. If I hear it again, it's going to become public. If I hear anyone mention they think Bigfoot, because they're so stupid, they have no other knowledge in their brain that these guys take people, then that's it. I'm going in public and I'm attacking. I don't care who you think you are. I know things for a fact. You know nothing. And I'm getting tired of keeping my mouth shut. I'm getting real tired of it. These are all people that have never spent time with them, okay? All I do is spend time with them. These are people using hypotheses and making up things from common sense. Look at that. There's your grave, you guys. Must have been someone real special because I don't think they die very often. And in each place, sometimes there's more, but it always seems like there's one and then they have it worshipped. That or there's something very special buried there. But it's a grave. I mean, it's how all of the old, even humans used to bury people. Everyone buries up, they mound, so it doesn't settle. No water gets on your body. That's why they do that. They really mount it here so you can't lose it. I've been doing a lot of venting today. So if you didn't hear it, it's because I cut it out. But man, do I just want to tell people how stupid they are. People that are involved with this. People that make assumptions. That think people are missing because of these guys. Things like that. It's just the funniest, but not funny thing ever. Like I'm actually I'm at my end of tolerating idiotic hypothesis from stupid people. Like I'm just at the end of it. I know you guys are watching me at that grave. I think I could have zoomed on you because I know exactly where you watched me from because I got you last time. And out of just being nice, I'm not going to try to do it today. I don't know why, because they didn't do anything yet to me. But when we had 3 of us in here, oh, Edgar, that's who I had. I think it was Edgar and Brandon? Yeah. Maybe even Rick was in here, I can't remember. We had a great time in here. I had all this stuff put aside for Rick. And a special video just for him, and my hard drive wiped out everything. Not just for him, but everything I had on that hard drive is gone and unrecoverable. Hope Rick understands that. I haven't really heard from him. Hey, Rick, where are you? What's going on? Rick came out here in his new RV. Then I heard him. He's like, hey, I want to come back. Or I was going to see if it was okay to come back. And I was like, well, you might want to wait because it was starting to get cold. I hope he understood that. It was literally just because I wanted him to come out now or something, not when it was snowing up here. And then I haven't heard from him since, really. So Hopefully he didn't think I didn't want him to come, because I really did. For the second time. So I just hope he didn't I hope he didn't feel like I was blowing him off when it was actually the opposite. Rick helped me a lot, and I'm always be grateful for that. And I had a good time with him. And I love his RV. Rick, we can come up here and park it up here. So I just want to be sure you're all right. I mean, we made a good friend. Edgar's like, where's Rick? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, well, tell Rick I said hello if you talk to him. I'm like, I know. I don't know what his deal is. He just hasn't been, he could be watching the videos. I don't know. He might be watching every video, but he just hasn't talked to me. I don't know what's going on. All right, so that's good enough. I just wanted to come back and see that place. Figure out, so they did all this extra stuff at the seats. Why? There's no more sitting down there than there was before. Those dudes are the bosses. I can tell you that for a fact. Behind there, okay, which is all connected, by the way. Okay, look. I'm not panning too fast. Down there. Connects to that. See? This one connects to that. And that goes all the way down to the seats. Okay, which is connected to this. Which no one in the world would ever notice for some bizarre reason, okay? It's an amazing thing to me. I'm going to have to drop out of society soon because I can't handle the thinking of regular people anymore. Like, I'm losing my mind over how dumb everybody is. It's crazy. Not in the books, just how the lack of intuity, the lack of just any kind of thought whatsoever of your own. All your thoughts are what someone else has given you. Look at this. You believe now? Two trident. That's a trident. That's a trident. This is field gold. That's bent. Okay, you'll never see a place better. You guys, is it that hard to believe that they have me doing this for you? Believe me, the rules are going to change. Okay. That's like, even like, at the end of the summer, like, it was better, but it's still not what we want. Well, because it's not time yet. Everything's happened slowly. Most of the things like new news to you or something just happened has been going on for 100 years, 50 years. You're just hearing about it now, so you think it's new. Remember, we know nothing, okay? It's up to us to figure it out. No one's ever going to tell you anything. You're never going to know anything. We had to do it ourselves, okay? We have to do it. Your government, they don't know anything. Government employees know nothing, okay? Nothing. They don't know secrets. They changed all that. They used to in the 60s, but then they would start writing books and retire and start telling their friends and starting pages, and they stopped that, guys. They're called whistleblowers, okay? They all have implants now. So when a secret agent gets out of the government, even if he's a general, he's microchipped. It's been like that since the 80s, the chips. Remember, one of my friends that I graduated high school with and knew since kindergarten is a lieutenant colonel stealth pilot out of Area 51, okay? I know things that you could only dream of knowing. Holy son of a gun. They did it again. You guys, this one is amazing. Look at that. Oh my God. How can that be? It's all connected and all going out throughout the whole entire forest by those two connections. Look at that. How could a tree be up in the air? It can't be. It can only be where they are. And the only time I've ever shown that to you is where they are. Okay? You'll never see a tree up in the air unless you're in a Bigfoot world. Holy, thank God that happened. Just for a little confirmation. Okay, there's another one up in the air, and it's bending. How did that happen? You common... Is this been here? And then it's sort of near where I don't go in. I go in above, and I swear, it's like all of a sudden now, it's blatant as anything could ever be. And it's right on the edge. I can't help to think that they know I'm going to go in there. I'm going to see that, and I'm going to go in there. Look, and there's orange paint next to it. That's bizarre. Look at that. I really do think I'm seeing too many that have never been there before, and places where I miss, like I know it's in there, but go to like other spots because I have relationships there, sort of. Look through this forest. I mean, it's unreal. Sorry for my layman's terms. I don't have any other words. I got to study some big words, so it sounds like I'm. So I know what I'm talking about. Look at this. You could hear a needle drop. See, the amazing thing on their side, I know because they tell me. It's just because it gets in my head. They know that they watch me go to all the new things. Oh, here, look, it's the structure on my back of my sweatshirt, just by random chance. I think this is it over here. There's 2 of them here. They're structures that could never be denied. No one in the world could ever, they'll just say that I built it. That's what they say. Because they won't deny it. They'll be like, yep, you built that. I was like, okay, as long as you're admitting it's not the wind. You guys, that thing is 12 feet in the air. 10 feet, maybe. You know, as long as you think it was built, I'll accept that. That's not it. This is the one that looks like it. You guys, look at this world back here. They're doing more and more and more and more. Another tree off the ground that's bending. Oh, I heard something that time. Yo, I heard like vocals. I swear. There's no way they're on the camera. Hold on. Something's moving right near me. There's no wind at all. Yes, look what they're doing here. Whoa. Not that. The second I stepped on that stick, there was also a wood knock right over there. People don't get, it's so hard. It's not like I'm just driving down the street and I do videos. The hardest part about what I do is getting to these places every day. Driving an hour and a half each way. That's the structure. I don't think it is, actually. This is the second one. I showed you the structure that Jeffrey put on the back of us. I mean, how nice of that was of Jeffrey to do. Jeffrey, I gotta thank you, man. Jeffrey's always there. He does these amazing folders of timestamps. I'd love to get Jeffrey. You know what you do is I gotta get those one day from you, all of them, so so people can access them, or maybe start posting that. Jeffrey, I'd like to see more of your posts on, because you don't post on Patreon enough. I mean, I'm sorry, on Energy Overload. Jeffrey's really skilled. And he took that time to have this sweatshirt made for me. Tried it on the front, and the back is a structure that looks like this, but it's down there somewhere. It looks just like this. It's not it, though. And I see the same structure in other worlds. It means something. It's part of their language, of their system.